So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's just get into it. So the first thing you're going to need is, well, the recommended things, of course, which are on screen now. I recommend you have 92 magic. Well, you pretty much need 92 magic for Blood Fire Barrage, which is weak to. I recommend you have 52 plus summoning for a Beast of Burden. So just use the best Beast of Burden that you have the level required for. 92 prayer, I think that is necessary because, well, with curses, because Soul Split is pretty much the biggest thing during this whole process, and you need to complete Desert Treasure to use Bloodfire Barrage. Now onto the inventory setup. This inventory is for high level players. I class high level players as the players that meet the requirements that were set at the start of this video. So yeah, 75 defense, 92 magic plus, and well, the familiar inventory is a War Tortoise, so that's 67 or 68 summoning. So yeah, just Ganodermic, basic Ganodermic in the inventory. One thing I'd like to say is the inventory setup that I've chosen, it can be varied. Each trip is different, so you know, like, you can vary it to what is yours. Like the trip I did in this video, I actually got 170 odd kill count, and I didn't use one food. So if I was to go again tomorrow or later, then I would change my inventory or familiar inventory so I didn't have as much food and had more restores. Now the inventory for the lower levels, which still should be a relatively high level. The only thing that's changed is you taking a little bit more food, and the familiar is a terror bird instead of a War Tortoise. Now I've kind of based this off of somebody who doesn't have Soul Split and curses, and if you're that player and you don't have Soul Split or curses, then I do suggest, instead of soloing, you should duo, because with the nerf of Rejuvenate, it's going to make soloing Zamorak a lot harder than it was before. So yeah, it's recommended to duo with somebody who does have Soul Split. Okay, now it's time for the location. I have sped this clip up 4 times speed because it's pretty boring and pretty long, and most of you probably know how to get there anyway. I just want to quickly talk about a few things about killing Zamorak, and to get into Goldball's dungeon, I just want to remind you that you will need 70 strength or 70 agility to lift the boulder. When you're killing Zamorak, please don't use your Master's Wand, because they are pretty much just a splashing weapon, quote unquote #1 boss. I went there yesterday with a Spectral Spirit Shield and a Master's Wand, and I was just splashing all the time. It just made everything twice as slow as it would be using a Staff of Light. So Staff of Light is way more effective and definitely recommended by me. Once you've climbed down the rope of Goldball's dungeon, run to the bridge in the northeast and jump across it. Make sure you have your Zamorak arrow on you, otherwise you will be attacked by every monster to the northeast and it won't be fun. So yeah, just run to where I am and we'll get ready to get the kill count. Okay, once you have successfully made it to the Goldball's dungeon and you are in the Zamorak area, which is northeast of the Goldball's dungeon, and you've crossed the bridge and you've come to where I am, this little oddly shaped rock is where I usually do it. I usually step round here to these walls, and you can auto cast your Bloodfire Barrage, which is a recommended spell for doing this, and kill the imps and the werewolves is what I highly suggest. Not the spiritual mages if you don't have a high enough slayer like I don't. But yeah, with barrage especially, it's a lot fast. It's a really fast method, I guess, of getting kill count. It should take you between 5 and 15 minutes, depending on, you know, your experience doing this and levels and accuracy, I guess. So yeah, yeah, so just come back to my guide once you've hit 40 kill count. Bada bing, bada boom. We have 40 kill count. So yeah, once you have your 40 kill count, just run a little bit south from where we just got our kill count, and you'll get the door. It's going to be pretty difficult to find a world, so just keep hopping until you find one. Once you get to the door, you're going to want to drink your sourdough and brew flask. I know people say they're not very good anymore, but I don't know, I still use them. Then you're going to want to drink a super store. Directly after that, you can drink a magic flask, or use your Wolpertinger. I don't have one, so I'm not going to. But it's not recommended to bring a Wolpertinger anyway. But Perennial flask. Yeah, after your Perennial flask, you're going to want to select quick curses. And I just have them to Soul Split and Anguish, which you will require 95 prayer to use both of these curses. So yeah, once you're ready, sorry about that, I just had some recording issues. Anyway, once you had your quick curses set up, just throw them on and enter the door, and straight away you're going to want to be using your abilities to attack the boss. Like me, I've already been through the ability bar, so yeah, you pretty much just want to, I'm lagging a little bit, you pretty much just want to be using rack as often as possible, and well, pretty much all of the basic abilities as possible, and hitting as high as you possibly think you can. I'm lagging a little bit, sorry about this. Yeah, once you hit full adrenaline, I suggest you use Metamorphosis, which is one of my favourite ultimate abilities for magic. It increases, just quickly tell you what it does. It increases your magic damage, your spell that you're using by 50% for 20 seconds, which does some mega damage, which overall I think hits more over time in the long run than our Omni Power, which is one of the basic abilities that lots of people choose to use, which is what I use like in times like now when I have full adrenaline. But like full adrenaline, I can't use Metamorphosis again, which I hit pretty high, 3,400. It's not too bad. So yeah, as you can see, Soul Split is pretty much the biggest help during God Wars bossing right now, because I've barely lost any HP, pretty much because of Soul Split. And if I took Soul Split off and I was using Protect from range or something, then I'd still be getting hit by magic and melee attacks. So yeah, it wouldn't be the best. Once you've killed Zamorak boss, I suggest you kill Zalak the Grinch, which is the ranger and also the biggest minion next. Doesn't really matter which order you do it in, but I suggest you do it in that order because, I don't know, he's a ranger and he obviously mage is weak to range. I didn't get anything this kill, obviously, in my luck. Usually I'm 99 prayer and I don't have that great of a prayer bonus. I don't even think there is prayer bonus anymore. Yeah, there is. I don't have that great of a prayer bonus, so I usually have to drink 2 or 3 doses of a prayer potion after each super restore, sorry, after each kill, so I give me 1 space to pick up my loot, which was a blue charm that time. So yeah, it's pretty simple, as you just saw. Just using your abilities, just knowing the abilities helps a lot. You pretty much don't use, I'm going to put my Gandalf boots back on. Pretty much don't actually use any food throughout the whole time. Thanks for watching my Zamorak solo boss guide. I hope I didn't talk on too long, as I usually do. It's not been my most professional video, but in the long run I just hope it helps you guys. So yeah, happy bossing guys. Good luck on loots, and thanks for watching, I guess.